What to do next? I think I would either choose the nav or the columns here. I think I'll work on the content area and then hit the nav afterwards, and then I'll do all the colors and stuff at the end. So we have a 25% column over here and a 75% column over here floating next to each other. Let's get that going. What are those things? Let's find out. I was just looking at one of them. So this looks like the sub-nav, and that does encompass that whole area. Yes, okay, there's the other hand. So the section ID of main is the right part and sub-nav is the left part. So that is pretty easy. Let's make a sub-nav rule. So that's going to be floating left. Actually, they could both float left. There's nothing else in there. They're going to take up 100% of the width, so it doesn't matter whether I float the main right or left, actually. 25%. Content main is inside content. It's floating also. It doesn't matter if it's left or right. Its width is 75%, thus taking up all of that area. And how does that look? Pretty good. Footer trouble, but we'll fix that in a second. So I could put a clear fix on this. I could also just make sure that the footer is not allowed to float up next to anything else. So the reason it's up there is because it realizes it can tuck itself in this little tiny area where the margins are. Let's not let that happen. I'm going to clear it on both sides and hope for the best. Save. There we go. So now that the floater is cleared on both sides, it's stuck back down at the bottom, which is where I wanted it. Super. Now we have this problem where all the content has floated out of the content area, so it thinks it doesn't have any children. We can put a clear fix on it. We could float it. I don't know what's going to happen. I always forget what's going to happen with the auto margins and the floating. So let me just have a moment of reminding myself. If I am floating left, I don't think I can have auto margins either at the same time. Yeah, no, that's not going to work out. So too bad. So I'm going to have to put the clear fix on the content area, it looks like. Fortunately, we have the clear fix already done. So let's head over to the index and put the clear fix on the content. Class equals clear fix. Save and refresh. There. Okay, so now the content knows about its children again. The footer is behaving itself. The margins are behaving themselves. That's 50 pixels of margins back. Awesome. What else? What else is going on in this content area that would be important? Oh, I know. There's a height on it. There must be a height on it because there's a scroll bar. Here's a scroll bar. Content is... I know how much it's supposed to be, but I don't have it in my mock-up here. So I'll make sure to put it in before I release it to you. 400 pixels. Let's make it happen. This will happen in the style sheet. Height, 400 px. Now we'll have some trouble. Refresh. Because the content will start dangling up the end, so now we have to make sure we set the overflow. The overflow in this case will be auto, so we get that vertical scroll bar when we need it, which we do right now. Remember, when you set the height on something, think about overflow at the same time. Refresh. That looks nice. Good. We'll fix the problem, this scrolling issue, in a bit. Okay, I think we are there for this video. In the next video, we'll continue. Maybe we'll do the nav next and clean up this scrolling behavior.